Here's what we're doing. We're doing 2 share classes in the PPM. Share class number 1 is 1 investor or 2 for a maximum of $100,000 investment, and they will receive a 125 equity multiple. Share class number 2 is approximately $550,000 worth of investment paid at a 15% dividend paid monthly at 0.0125 dividend paid monthly. I mean, that's essentially the deal. We're not sharing much in the way of equity. We, the 3 of us, get to keep the lion's share of the transaction. Yeah, it'll probably take a year to do the whole thing. We'll find an attorney. You said Tampa is the biggest city in the area. What city is this in?
This is in Tampa, Hillsborough County.
Hillsborough County. Okay, Tampa. How far are you physically away from this address?
40 minutes.
Great. Okay, cool. Do you have contractors on standby in case we need anything? Okay.
Yeah, I've got project manager who's ready to go. He would love to partner with me in deals, but this one I would probably just use him as a project manager and call it good.
Okay. This is always the question. How much do you want to share of the profits? This is your deal. I'm mostly doing the kind of advising. I don't need a big chunk, but
Alex and I are going to share. Like, I'll cut him in on whatever, we need to for just like the advising fee and like get you in, get Alex, you're part of me, right? We're good on that. I'm raising the capital. I'm doing the boots on the ground. If we need to bring contractors, I'll bring a contractor in. You're on the strategy side. So what's a percentage that you see that's fair in that? And I'm totally open to suggestions. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
33. Does that work? I mean, I don't need to.
Yeah, I'm okay with a 33% split. Just the third way, especially just to get our first deal done and make things happen. I'm okay with that.
I think it's a really sweet little transaction. I don't need to be greedy. I've got enough things in other places that I want this business model out to the world, right? What we're doing here works in the exact same way as the multifamily, slightly different, but I mean, it's essentially close enough. I want other people out in this world who are helping people become homeowners. That's my real goal. So like, I love that one of you is in Little Rock and one of you is in Florida. I don't want to do residential condos in Florida. They're really complex and really expensive. But so Alex, Little Rock is a great market for condos.
I'm seeing a lot of build out here.
Yeah, I would love to do this in Little Rock.
Yeah, it's crazy because when I first moved here, we didn't see a lot of build out, but I was just like, you're seeing so many of the major suburban areas getting expanded and a little too much overgrown. But there's one market I don't see that in. It's definitely here. And you're starting to finally see people push it out and grow out the suburbs of this area.
Quick Google search, $220,000 is the average price with 0.08, it's 1%. You're paying $155 a square foot for Little Rock, according to Zillow.
One of the lowest cost of living states.
Have you looked at multifamily in Little Rock?
Honestly, I have. Here's the bad side of it. Little Rock can be a great market, but it's a pick and choose because if you look at it, it's either you got people with old money and then you got the other half of the population who just lives dirt poor and they don't care. And so that's what I don't like about the market here is that your tenant base is either you have to go premium or you have to go more or less on the lower income side. So it's Section 8 or make it nice and make sure it stands out. And I promise you, if you took a drive down here, you would see that. You would see, oh, this is a really nice apartment. And you go down the road, you see another apartment like, oh, and you can see the rates. It's not very much any middle ground there. It's either you have a nice apartment or you don't. So the one opportunity I've looked at doing is Section 8, but even then, I don't even know if I want to deal with that tenant base. But I guess a good perk, Arkansas, is that literally you have the most power of being a leaser here than pretty much in any other state. Like, the government gives you a lot more leeway here as the landlord compared to other states.
Oh, yeah. I live in Washington. I work in Oregon. We are the People's Republic of Oregon. We have horribly difficult landlord laws. I've got a resident right now who has not paid rent in a year and still has 2 more court dates to go.
Not here. That
Yeah.
wouldn't fly.
Yep, I know it. I know it. So I'm looking at Little Rock right now. There's a portfolio of 9 properties. It's very interesting. I wouldn't go this direction. I wouldn't go on LoopNet for these properties. I would do the exact same business plan we do everywhere. I would talk to nonprofit housing providers because they're offloading assets, and we could get stuff for 50 cents on the dollar all day long. There's definitely...
You have a couple sites for that?
No, it doesn't exist. It's just personal relationships. I'd have to pull one of our strings to get somebody to talk to me over in Little Rock, but that wouldn't be tough.
If you have opportunity there and you want to do that, I mean, you do have boots on the ground over here to go look over that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that would be good. I think it could easily done.
And it just doesn't have to be Little Rock area. You can go all the way up to Benton, Conway. Conway is a really nice growing suburb. It's about 40 minutes up from Little Rock. You got down in Benton, they're expanding over there too. A lot of suburbs of Little Rock. If you see opportunity anywhere around Little Rock, it could be all the way over to Hot Springs. Little Rock is very nicely centralized in Arkansas, so a drive up isn't going to be the worst thing in the world to go any direction.
I've got 2 transactions. I've got 3 in escrow right now. So this becomes a 4th transaction.